Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I'm not very happy with my hair right now. It was this pretty dark blue shadow root into this forest green, and everyone loved it and complimented me, but I'm just a pastel girl at heart. And I really don't like it, so I've been using clarifying shampoo, anything but bleach, and it turned all my hair blue. It's like the blue I used was stronger than the green, and so when it rinsed down, it just rinsed the green out. But I did add some blue to the green to make it a little bit deeper in color and have more of a blue-green undertone. So I think that's what happened. But now my hair is just like 10 shades of blue. There's a bunch of different blues in it. So I have been away for a while. Like, I haven't filmed in so long. It feels really weird. I had a huge mental breakdown. I have been going to this doctor for a while now, for a few months, for my anxiety and depression. My doctor that I go to for Subutex diagnosed me, which I've been diagnosed with anxiety and depression and bipolar since I was younger. I just hadn't had it taken care of until recently. After my brother passed away from overdose, it got really bad. And so I had to be prescribed depression and anxiety medicine from him. But he wanted me to see a medicine management doctor that does that kind of medicine and get like real professional help. I mean, he's professional, just in different department. And so I found this place that took my insurance and everything. And even though it reminded me a lot of my past, like, it just wasn't the best doctor's office. I don't want to use the word ghetto because that can sound like bad, but my ghetto is different than like a slur word. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was run down. It was only used to run drugs in and out. Like, people were there to get their fix and gone. It was they were money hungry. They wanted to get paid from insurance or out of pocket, give you your medicine, send you on your way. They didn't want to help you. She kept me on the medicine that I had been prescribed for the past few months, which is Xanax, which does help a lot. And it started to not help, which means I need to go up in dose. But she didn't believe in Xanax. She only kept me on it because that's what I had been taking. But she had told me at almost every appointment, I like this medicine better. This is what I've been on because I'm diagnosed with anxiety and depression and bipolar, and this is what works for me. So I know it'll work for you, even though we are completely different people. She was one of those doctors that it works for her, so it must work for everyone. And she switched me to it. And it threw me into a downward spiral. I got very sick. It made my dreams worse. My anxiety got worse. My depression got worse. And she told me when she switched it, if it didn't work or we needed to go up in dose or I needed help or anything, to let her know. If not, I'll see you at your next appointment. So it was like 2 weeks before my next appointment. And I just couldn't take it anymore. I started to go through withdrawals because the medicine just wasn't helping. And so I tried to contact her, no response. So I went to the doctor's office, was refused to be seen by her, and was just told they'll send a message to her. And then not even her called me, but her nurse called me back and was like, there's nothing we can do until your appointment. I'm like, how is this ethical? Like, I'm seriously sick. Like, I need help. And they said, you'll have to find a new provider if this doesn't work for you. And I'm like, are you serious right now? I was so upset. luckily, my Subutex doctor, who is absolutely amazing, he is the best doctor in the fucking world. He sent in a prescription for my anxiety medicine, and I have gotten into a new doctor. I've gotten in for therapy, like talking therapy. I had my first appointment last week, but I can't get into medicine management until November 9th. So I think he's going to help me until then, but even just going to normal therapy has helped a lot to talk about all the shit going on in my head and learn exercises and stuff. But that's really where I've been. I just haven't been doing the greatest, you know? And I try to hide it from my kids, which makes me hold it in more, which makes things even worse. And I just was not in a good place at all. And like, trigger warning, talking about stuff like that. When you go to therapy for anxiety and depression and stuff like that, the main thing is, are you suicidal? Do you want to hurt yourself? But that is the complete opposite from me. When I say I was at my lowest and I needed help, I meant like I'm afraid something's going to happen to me or my children. That's where my anxiety comes from. I'm afraid of death. I am afraid of dying. I am afraid of something happening to my children. I am terrified of something happening to my children or my husband. That I'm just so scared, like I'm just gonna spontaneously combust one day and I'm gonna be home alone with the kids and they're gonna be there alone, not knowing what to do, freaking out, like, or something happens to them and I get that phone call. Like, I'm just terrified of death. And so that's what we're going to be working on. And that's what's been going on. I should have said this at the beginning. Maybe I'll put in a little text. If you don't want to hear me ramble for 7 minutes and 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 seconds, then just fast forward the video. But I know a lot of people go through this. I'm not alone. Like, I thought I was at first. That's how we all feel when you go through it. You think, why am I like this? Why am I the only one like this? Why is my brain the only one working like this? But once you go on the internet and start researching stuff about it, and like, I would search ways to help with it that are natural and stuff like that, you are not the only one. I am not the only one. There are millions of people out there that are just like you, just like me, feel the same way, act the same way. You're not crazy. It took me a while to know that I'm not crazy. I feel crazy still, but I know I'm not. But it'll take me a while to feel not crazy. Do you know what I mean? I'll share more as I go on my journey. But I haven't even told you what we're doing. I need to hit my vape after all that. I haven't even told you what we're doing today. I'm going to start by priming my eyes. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus because I know how it works. I know how shadows blend on top of it. I have not had a BH palette in so long. I have the Carnival 2 palette, I think, the second one, I think. And I haven't used it in forever, like over a year. But when this came out, I knew I had to have it. Like, I just knew. I was like, I have to have this. This is the DOJA Cat Mega 36 color palette with BH Cosmetics. There are mini palettes that I know Manny reviewed this, Manny MUA, and he said the littler palettes were better than the bigger one, but I don't care. And I only bought what was interesting to me, which was this. 36 shades for $36, so that's pretty good. I am in the middle of a declutter. So far, I'm decluttering all of this stuff, and there is some stuff in here that is like brand new, like this shade that I got in a ColourPop box that I haven't even used. I did touch the lid, but I haven't used it at all. This Hip Dot palette I've only used like twice. It's still in perfect condition. This Avant primer's still full. This is still completely full. It just looks dirty because I miss the lid all the time and hit it, but it's completely full. This highlight palette I got in BoxyCharm. It was barely used. This Milani bronzer, barely used. Like, there's a lot in here of barely used stuff. So I'm thinking of putting like the stuff that is still really new into a giveaway if people want it. I know Soph Does Life does that. Like, she'll give away her stuff that's used once, and people don't mind. If the person doesn't mind, I have no absolute problem sending it to them. The giveaway I had going on is closed. I am trying to get in contact with the person. If they don't reach out within 48 hours, I will pick someone else. But let's get into the palette after 13 minutes of me rambling. Has a huge mirror. It does fold back. And it's just so pretty. Like, I just love it. Okay, so there's the top row, middle, and bottom. So if you look at it, each quad can be a look. Like, each four, and even like these four and these four. These four, like every quad, these four or these four, these six and these six, these six and these six, these six, like, it's just so cohesive, and that's what I like. That whole top row, like especially these teals, oh, they have me, and this middle, this one, this one, this one. I'm really attracted to this mauve corner right here, but also this deep green one, but also the sea. I'm going to do a couple of swatches. I've swatched a few shades from the palette, but not a lot, and some of them do seem a little like, I don't know, like they're gonna have to be wet. You can't even see that top swatch. It's right here. It's like my skin tone. I mean, those look pretty good to me. I don't know. I need to grab a wipe. I also have this new Beauty Bakery palette, the Lemon Bar face palette that I got from Ulta, and it came completely shattered. Not completely, the highlight was completely shattered, and the top bronzer shade was cracked, I was able to smooth the top bronzer out with my finger because these are very, very soft powders. Like extremely soft, and I was able to mash the highlight back into place because it is a very God, that top bronzer is so soft. They both are. So it looks like this. You can see where I emailed Ulta, and the last time I got something cracked, broken, they wanted me to send the other one back, and then they sent me a new one, and I wasn't waiting for all that, so I was like, you know what, I just want you to know you need to wrap your stuff better, but it's fine. I haven't even swatched these yet. That lightest bronzer looks like it'll be good for an array of people. Like maybe not super deep. I think there was another one, but they seem so powdery and pigmented that that deeper bronzer probably will work for quite a few people. And I also got this sampler from Ulta with my order. It's a 6-piece foundation sampler. It came with the Pure 4-in-1 Sculpting Concealer in LN6. Looks like I chose the light version. And it did come with a little Cover FX primer I'm probably going to use today. Look at this little ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Foundation in light. Just light. Light 55 in. It is so cute. I haven't tried any of these. It has a little spatula too. I think I'm going to try this in the Pure Concealer today. But I have the Tint Idol Ultra Wear in Buff C. I like how it has an expiration date. I guess it's in Cool. Yeah, it looks very pink, so I'll probably throw this into a future giveaway. I have the It thing that I already know I don't like, so I will throw that into a future giveaway. The Good Apple foundation, which I do want to try, even though I don't wear foundation. I heard a lot about it. And then the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear foundation, which I do want to try. And I got it in 4 light shades. I'll probably be a mix of these two. But I think today I'm going to try the Pretty Fresh and the Pure Concealer, if they match. So, of these, the Cover FX Water Cloud Primer, and these two. I just want to play with this palette. I want to put makeup on my face. I just want to play with makeup. So this is the eye look. I messed up and started with the darker shade from the quad first. So I'll show you what I used. I really wanted to use these 4 right here. I thought this was lighter than this. I don't know why. Now that I'm looking at it, I realize this is lighter than this. But I used this in the crease transition, so when I went in with this was lighter. So I used, yeah, this satiny dark purple in the outer corners, then used these two shimmers on the lid. I think they would look very beautiful wet. One is a top, this shade is more of a sparkly topper shade. It's so beautiful. There's a few of these in the palette. Magic, Cosmos, Shelter, and Growth. I just love how everything is quadded up. I love it. Or even 6-panned up, whatever you want. I do have some purpley iridescent liquid shimmer toppers I would love to put over this, but I just want to see how this lasts on its own. So I'm going to leave it as is. And I'm going to jump into this primer from Cover FX. Well, it's mint green. I didn't expect that. Ew, it's like... Okay, I'm sorry, but it is legit the consistency of jizz. Like, it's all separaty and weird and gooey. It's supposed to be like, refreshes all skin types with a cooling effect, helps defend against pollution and blue light rays, and extends makeup wear. I thought this was the hydrating one, Water Cloud Primer. I guess the eyeshadow got a little bit wet, but it's still not like spraying the brush and putting it on wet. I don't think I like this primer. This isn't the type of primers that I like. Jizz primers. It's like the Milk Hydro Grip, but even jizzier. It's seriously the texture of jizz. I'm sorry, I can't get over it. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Foundation in Light 55N. I think it will match. Yeah, it looks like a good ColourPop usually airs towards my like their light 55s and stuff are usually what I'm in. My tan is wearing off, so might be a little bit deep. Might match my neck. I don't know. Too pink for me. And I absolutely hate the Jizz primer. I hate it. I might try less of that foundation with a different primer one day. But let's see this pure 4-in-1 sculpting concealer in Light N6. Even though this is neutral, it looks pretty yellow in the tube. primer at all. At all. I'm going to use the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder because, whoa. Because I feel very dry right now. Hold on. I despise that cum primer. That stupid jizz primer. I despise it. The Hourglass powder really helped save this monstrosity of a base. This is why I don't wear foundation. Either wear a super light BB cream, like tinted moisturizer, or really thin out the foundation. Because this is what happens. So, now I'm trying to decide what brush I should use. I'm going to go in with bronzer, and I think I'm going to start off with the lightest one and just see how it looks. Oh, it's so powdery. Oh. That looks really pretty. Ooh, I like that. Now, I'm mixing the two. That lightest one would be a great nose contour. I think I put a little too much on. They are extremely powdery. Like, you have to be very careful. Where are all my brushes? I really like them mixed, and I really like the lightest one by themselves. Look at how powdery they are. They are so soft. highlight is absolutely beautiful. It is so pretty. I'm just gonna go in with my Ciate Halo Marble Light Blush. This is... I almost died. I shouldn't say stuff like that. This is the finished look. I'm living for this matte cool tone lip that matches this. It's like a grayish purple. It's the AOA Studios lip liner in Faded and the Superstay ink crayon in 10 Trust Your Gut. I have on my Dragon Beauty mascara. I haven't used this in a while and I fucking love it. And this said all day locking fixer, hashtag ultimate fixing power. So I was like, maybe it'll fix my face. And it helped some. Still a lot of cracking and weirdness going on, but it's okay. I'll show you close up. So here are the eyes, the bronzer, and highlight. Like, just see how weird my skin looks. Looks dry and crusty, like around my nose and mouth. But yeah, this is all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed it. I am obsessed with this palette. I love it. I can't wait to do more looks with it. I might just do quad by quad. Go down each row. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9 looks. And I just think it would be really pretty. You know what? Each row could be a look too. Oh, this palette is so cohesive, and I fucking love it. It's amazing. I love it. I say if you're a fan of BH shadows and you're a fan of DOJA, like I am, this would be well worth your $37 because of tax and stuff like that. I don't know why my hair is bothering me so much tonight. Today, it's daytime. I went up a size and this ear kind of hurts. But I think I'm going up 2 more sizes and then I'm done. Yeah. But that is all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed it. I have some of the Mean Girls collection that I want to film with, and I have the Powerpuff Girls palette. I was trying to not get the Powerpuff Girls palette, but I have the Barbie palette, Lizzie McGuire, and Sailor Moon, and it just fits in with those, and I needed it. Like, when you have that urge to get something, you know, like I had the urge to get this, I had to get it, so I got it. And it looks really pretty. Kind of matches my hair. Probably should have used that today. But I'm happy I used this. I'll be using those soon in a video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Share with your friends. And I will see you in my next one. Bye!